It's vegan week on the Great British Bake Off, so we're going to do a chestnut, cranberry and rosemary vegan bread with a vegan chestnut butter. I'm in the kitchen here with Fern, and first, to make our bread, we're going to start off with white flour. So here we've got 350 grams of white flour. Just tip it in there, Fern.
Yeah. There we go.
And then this is spelt flour. I do 150 grams of this, so it's roughly a third, and that way you get the lovely flavour, but the bread still stays quite light. So I'm going to tip that in. And then basically everything else goes in. First of all, the Merchant Gourmet chestnuts. There, I've chopped them to the size of the cranberries. Pop them in.
Lovely. Did you cook these yourself?
No, I get them in a pouch like that. Okay, come in the pouch, and I've just taken them, and they're various sort of sizes, so I just chop them all to the same size. The idea being that you get this lovely range of things when you chew into the bread.
Okay, nice.
Next is the cranberries. Okay, these are dried cranberries, followed by the salt and the sugar. You go for that. Now see here, I've got in these little containers of yours. I can get this into a nice pile as we go. Very good. And after that, I've got a touch of cinnamon. Okay, I think this works really, really nicely with the cranberries. And then the yeast.
In here?
In here, yes, please. Yep, this is like a fast action yeast, followed by the rosemary.
Yeah. Oh, it smells wonderful.
And then I'm going to show you a neat little trick. We had a little dance there, didn't we? That was good. Neat little trick with a microplane. Okay, so here, to get the zest off, what you want is always the zest, the orange stuff, rather than the white underneath. So rather than scraping it like you do like this, you just go around and use the microplane as a peeler, basically. So you go around like that, and you see each time, I know exactly where I've been and exactly where I've gone. So I'll start that side off for you, and then you give that a go.
Perfect, thank you. Oh yeah, it's really easy.
And you smell that too. You know, they say in Provence that the citrus fruit, put it here on earth to represent the sun. And you can smell that wonderful zest, but you've got to move around. Don't get the white. You don't want the white because that's a bit bitter. That'll do. That's great. Perfect. Give it a little whack there, and we'll put that behind us. Now, you're going to mix it all around, mix it all together. You see, we've got these wonderful things going on here. All these, they're almost Christmassy flavours, aren't you? You can do this for Christmas. This is wonderful to serve with cheese. You can have this alongside dips. Toast it and have it alongside wonderful dips. So mix it all together now.
Oh, it smells so good.
Okay, then I want you to make a well in the middle. Now you see, there I need to work on your enthusiasm a little bit. When you say it smells so good, you have to really feel that it smells so good. So it smells so
amazing.
Good. That's good. You have to really let loose. Now in here I've got some warm water and some extra virgin olive oil. I took this from an old Fougasse recipe that I have. The olive oil acts as a bit of a shortener, so you have slightly more shortbread, slightly more crumbly. Now I'm going to pour it in, and because you're young and strong, and I am middle-aged and not so strong, you're going to do more of the mixing than I am, okay? So I'm going to pour it all in, and you just start mixing from the inside out, okay? You go from the inside out, go, just go for it. You've got to get your hands dirty. There you go. And a nice tidy little pile in the corner. I like that when all the dishes are the same size. Okay, now you mix it all around, and there you go, we won't use that bit. Really get in there and work it. You've got to work that dough and pretend you're a machine. So just go round and round and round at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay, now as it comes together as a dough, you're going to start kneading it.
Okay.
And then fling it onto the table. And when I say fling, like a sort of a gentle fling, and fling it towards that way, please.
Okay.
Wonderful. And I'll take the bowl for you and put all this lovely stuff in it. And then I'm just going to show you a way to knead. So when you've got that, you don't want to add much flour if you can help it. Just a tiny touch on your hands like that.
Yeah.
Then take the bread, pull it together, and you've got to be quite masterful here.
Okay.
You've got to be masterful. Push it down and turn it over on itself, okay? Push it and turn it. And the ones that had bits in it, the doughs that have bits in it, like this does, they're often the hardest to work because you get little bits of cranberry flinging out. So you have to react quite quickly. If the cranberry or the chestnut goes off to one side, we have to grab it back again, okay? Like I've just done there.
Yeah.
So you're pushing it down like that and turning it. But you see here, you feel that's quite tacky? That's the way it wants to be. Don't keep adding flour. If you keep adding flour, it's going to become very dry and it won't be aerated when it comes up.
Okay.
Because already it's quite dense with the spelt flour with the bits in it.
Yeah.
So away you go. Start kneading now. Really give it some welly. Do you know that experience? That expression?
I do.
The old Wellington boot.
I love that expression.
That's a nice. I like it. I like your kneading actually. You go ahead and knead that way. Look, that escaped. I'll get that back in.
Thank you.
So now you need to knead. You must knead. You need to knead for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Really get it nice and smooth and shiny and bouncy. Okay. And I'll get these bits that escape around the side.
It's a free workout.
This is a free workout. No, it is. It's absolutely a free workout, and it's good. It really gets you going. This is something when I had the cookery school in the south of France, I used to get people doing this first thing in the morning, and that really got them up there and got them going. Okay, so next what we're going to do is you're going to roll that out into a long sausage. We'll do it like this, okay? So I'm just going to get the smooth top here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut it in half because we're going to make 2 loaves, and each loaf, or
Yeah.
each roll, is going to go into 13 pieces, 2 of which we're going to join together, make the middle of the star,
Yeah.
or the team huddle if you like, and then they're going to have 11 around the outside, okay? So
yeah.
if ever you were to play hockey or football or cricket, this would be an absolutely perfect thing to go.
Perfect.
So there,
Yes.
now take it and just sort of pull the dough towards the inside and roll it into a long sausage,
Okay.
okay?
Oh, you made
Then-
this look very simple.
You have to sort of splay out with your hands like this, so
Okay.
it's a little like that. Then you're going to take one bit, about a 13th.
Yep.
Oh, yours is much nicer than mine. Look, the quality of the teaching outstanding. Look, mine's a bit sort of rough and ready. Yours is absolutely perfect. Well done, Fern. That's very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so one bit off the top like that.
Yep.
Then you're going to take it in half,
Yes.
and then each half in half.
Each half in half. Yes.
Each half and half, and try and make them as close as possible as exactly the same size.
Yes.
Then each half is going to go into 3.
Okay.
Okay, one slowly will do. One, look, you're better at this than me. Okay, so this is fantastic.
Lovely.
Okay, so we'll just put those there, have a nice clean place there. So, oh, you go like that, do you?
Well, I was just.
Very good. No, see, I'm
the
I'm
three.
learning stuff as I go along. And line them up like little soldiers.
Yes.
Okay, good. We're going to go closer every time, aren't we? Because here we go. I said 13, didn't I?
You
how
did.
How many have you got?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Oh, so have I. Okay, no, this is good. Okay, this is excellent. So now you're going to take 2 of them and join
Yes.
them together.
Yes.
And then with this, you press down with your hand, and you're going to roll away from you, and then
Okay.
you slowly start cupping up your hand, and you roll really, really fast, like that.
Yeah.
And then you have a beautiful ball, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so I just move the chestnuts there slightly,
Yes.
and you're going to have your tray over your side.
Oh, lovely.
I'll have
Thank
my
you.
tray over my side. And then, onto the tray,
Yeah.
you're going to put this in the middle and squash it out a little bit. This, if you like, is the bit that holds everyone together. Okay. Then, are you a little bit ambidextrous?
No.
Okay. Then, if you want to try this, like if you're going at first and you're doing this at home, right? You can just roll it between your hands if you like. It's a lovely thing to feel too. Remember that cooking's all about using your senses, so feel that as you go. If you're feeling really daring,
Yeah.
and I've taken away a bit of your space there actually.
Don't worry.
You can go with both hands and you press down, and then you roll. And as you roll, each one goes around the outside, so it's like a star or a flower if you like.
Okay. Yep.
Now, let's do the last one here quite slowly.
Yes.
Okay, this is for those of you at home, okay? This is for you at home. Get your hand, squash it down a little bit. Here we go. Then you roll it round, and see the tackiness of the dough will pick up on your hand, and it sort of sticks underneath, and you're slowly cupping your hand around the outside of the ball. It just feels absolutely wonderful. You can feel it becoming a ball underneath your palm, and then it's like a magic trick. Ta-da!
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay, so that goes around,
Yes.
and then this is the power of youth, you see. She's finished before me. Oh. Okay, then we have ours here.
Yes.
What we need to do, I need to make a little bit of space here to get these other ones in. Then we're going to leave this to prove, so it's going to get larger anyway. So prove actually double in size. That comes from the word prove that the yeast works, basically. So if you follow me down here,
Yes.
then you're going to press the large ones out, and then the smaller ones, you just tweak each end so it joins to the middle.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So you're making like a star shape as you go.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom.
Getting
Boom.
artistic.
It's a neat little thing, isn't it? It's a kind of
Yeah.
tear and shear, grab and go kind of arrangement.
I love these things.
Well, I think they probably love you right back. Okay, so here, this is the shape, the star, the team huddle, whatever you want to call it, the flower of our chestnut, cranberry, rosemary, and spelt bread. This process takes about an hour. And while I do that, we're going to make the vegan chestnut butter.
Lovely. Can't wait.
To make the vegan chestnut butter, you just need a 200-gram bag of chestnut puree. So just whip that open
Yeah.
and then scoop it into the food processor. So this is just completely natural. It's chestnuts and water whizzed up, basically.
Okay, nice.
Okay, I'll grab that off you.
Yeah.
And then if you add the walnut oil, you
Yes.
can also add pumpkin seed oil. That's really delicious with pumpkin seed oil. So just add all of that. That's 3
Yeah.
tablespoons.
Lovely.
And then a good pinch of salt. See, I'm your assistant here. A good pinch of salt. And this is the salt flakes too. You don't have to use salt flakes, but I really like a little crunch in there. And a couple of good grinds of pepper. Good, okay, and then if you give it a whiz. So we've given that a whiz for about a minute. The idea is that as it goes around the food processor, it lightens it, so you get lots of air into it, and it becomes very creamy and very buttery. Now look at this amazing texture that we have here. If you can just show everyone.
Looks lovely.
See, look at that. I can't believe it's not butter. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. Okay, good. So now you're going to scoop it into this Kilner jar. Now these days you have to go rustic. Everything has to be in a Kilner jar or served on a board. So we're going to be quite hip here. You know, I like being quite hip now. I've got kids after all. So scoop it into there.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you, because I made one earlier here. This one here is with the pumpkin seed oil. And see, this is nutty, wonderful. So you've got those choices too. You could, of course, try extra virgin olive oil if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Hazelnut oil would be delicious as well. So it's just worth trying these different flavors in there. And if you wanted to jazz it up a bit, you could put a touch of garlic in. You could put some zest in there. Orange zest would be very nice. We've already got that in the bread, so that would echo the flavors too. So that's it really. That's the vegan chestnut butter. The bread is now proofed for an hour. It is double in size. So we're going to dust it with a touch of flour. Okay, not too much, but this gives a lovely little finish. And what's really nice too, just from a aesthetic point of view, is that when you take the bread off, then you have a flower-sized hole in the middle that looks like a star. Okay, you do your one.
Perfect, thank you. Bit more?
A little bit, well, up to you. You go. I've kind of dredged there. I've done a bit of a dredge. You can express yourself through your flour dusting. You can do it how you like it. Probably not too much because you'll end up eating a little bit of raw flour, but that's okay. Then this is going to go into an oven at 200 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
So it's beautifully brown on top and around the outside. Just pop it down on the board here. Now, this thing, you can let it go cold, but I kind of prefer to have a little bit straight away. This is a bit the sneaky one, although I suppose if you're presenting it, but you can in this case, Fern. Just grab a piece, pick any piece.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to be very hot.
It's hot.
Okay, and tear it open. Now, which butter do you want here? The chestnut, the vegan chestnut butter.
Yes, please.
Give it a good spread of that.
Thank you.
Good.
That's really good, yeah.
And doesn't miss out on anything by being vegan, does it? It's rich, wonderful. You've got all this delicious flavors. You've got the crunchy chestnuts. You've got the soft, chewy cranberries. So that's it. Merchant Gourmet chestnut and cranberry bread for the vegan week of the Great British Bake Off. And find us on social media at Merchant Gourmet and the recipe at merchant-gourmet.com.